Hey there, history fans! Today, we're diving into the story of the USA, built by revolutionaries and dreamers. Our journey begins in the 1600s, with brave souls crossing the Atlantic. These settlers established colonies along the eastern coast. They battled harsh weather and conflicts with Native American tribes. Despite challenges, the colonies flourished. People came from all over Europe, bringing their cultures. They farmed the land, built towns, and valued freedom. These values formed the bedrock of American identity. The year is 1775. Tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain reach a boiling point. The colonists, fed up with unfair treatment, decide to fight for their independence. Thus begins the American Revolution, a war that would reshape the course of history. This wasn't just about tea taxes, folks. The colonists were fighting for a radical idea that governments derive their power from the consent of the governed. They believed in liberty, equality, and the right to self-determination. Leading the charge was a charismatic Virginian named George Washington. Washington, a skilled military strategist and inspiring leader, rallied the colonists to fight for their freedom. The Revolutionary War was a fierce struggle. The colonists were outnumbered and outgunned, but they were determined to win their independence. The war raged for 8 long years, with battles fought from the fields of Massachusetts to the swamps of South Carolina. In 1783, the American Revolution ended with a stunning victory for the colonists. The United States of America was born. But winning independence was just the first step. Now, these newly free states had to figure out how to govern themselves. They needed a system that would protect individual liberties and prevent tyranny. Enter the Constitution, a document that's been called a miracle of compromise and foresight. It established a new form of government, a federal republic with power divided between a national government and individual states. The Constitution also created 3 branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial, to ensure no one person or group held too much power. But wait, there's more. To further safeguard individual rights, the Founding Fathers added 10 amendments to the Constitution, known as the Bill of Rights. These amendments guarantee essential freedoms like freedom of speech, religion, the press, the right to bear arms, and protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. The United States continued to grow, expanding westward and becoming an industrial powerhouse. However, a dark cloud hung over the nation's slavery. The southern states relied heavily on enslaved African Americans for their agricultural economy. The North, with its growing industries, increasingly viewed slavery as morally wrong. Tensions over slavery reached a breaking point in 1860 with the election of Abraham Lincoln, who opposed the expansion of slavery. 11 southern states seceded from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America. The American Civil War had begun. The Civil War was a brutal conflict, pitting brother against brother. Lincoln led the Union with unwavering determination, issuing the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared the freedom of slaves in Confederate territories. The war raged for 4 years, claiming the lives of over 600,000 Americans. Finally, in 1865, the Confederacy surrendered. Section 5. From Farms to Factories, the Industrial Revolution. Following the Civil War, the United States experienced a period of rapid industrial growth and expansion. This transformation, known as the Industrial Revolution, saw the rise of factories, railroads, and new technologies. The nation's economy boomed, and cities grew at an unprecedented rate as people flocked to urban centers for work. The Industrial Revolution brought about significant changes in American society. New inventions like the telephone, the light bulb, and the automobile revolutionized communication, transportation, and daily life. The rise of mass production made goods more affordable and accessible to ordinary people. However, the Industrial Revolution also had its downsides. Working conditions in factories were often harsh and dangerous. Labor unions emerged to fight for better wages, shorter hours, and safer working conditions. The gap between the rich and the poor widened, leading to social unrest and calls for reform. Section 6. A global power emerges, world wars and beyond. As the 20th century dawned, the United States found itself increasingly drawn into world affairs. In 1917, after years of neutrality, the US entered World War I, siding with the Allied powers against Germany and its allies. American troops helped turn the tide of the war, leading to an Allied victory in 1918. After the war, the US retreated into isolationism, reluctant to get entangled in foreign conflicts. However, the rise of aggressive regimes in Europe and Asia in the 1930s forced America to reconsider its position. When Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, the US was thrust into World War II. World War II was a global conflict of unprecedented scale and destruction. The US played a pivotal role in the Allied victory, fighting in both the European and Pacific theaters. The war had a profound impact on America, transforming it into a global superpower. Section 7. The Cold War and the Space Race. Competition and progress. Following World War II, a new era emerged, the Cold War. This was a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union, two superpowers with vastly different ideologies. The Cold War was marked by an arms race, proxy wars, and a constant threat of nuclear annihilation. Despite the tensions, the Cold War also spurred technological innovation. Both the US and the Soviet Union poured resources into scientific research and development, leading to breakthroughs in fields like aerospace, computing, and medicine. The space race, a competition to achieve superiority in spaceflight capability, captured the world's imagination. In 1969, the United States achieved a historic milestone when Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the moon. The Apollo 11 mission marked a triumph of human ingenuity and a testament to American technological prowess. Civil rights and social change, striving for equality. While the US grappled with Cold War tensions, another battle was fought on the home front, the civil rights movement. African Americans faced discrimination and segregation. The civil rights movement emerged, demanding equal rights and an end to racial injustice. Led by figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X, the movement challenged segregation laws and fought for voting rights. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 were landmark achievements. The movement paved the way for greater equality and social progress. Section 9. The Digital Age and Beyond. The USA in the 21st century. The late 20th and early 21st centuries witnessed the dawn of the digital age, a period of rapid technological advancement driven by the rise of computers, the internet, and mobile devices. The United States, at the forefront of this technological revolution, became a global leader in innovation and entrepreneurship. The internet transformed the way we communicate, access information, and conduct business. Silicon Valley, a hub for technology companies, emerged as a global center for innovation. The digital age brought about new challenges and opportunities, shaping the economic, social, and political landscape of the 21st century. Today, the United States remains a global superpower, facing new challenges in a rapidly changing world. From climate change to global pandemics, the 21st century presents both opportunities and threats. The US continues to grapple with issues of social justice, economic inequality, and political polarization. Section 10. A Nation Forged by History. Reflections on the American Journey. From its humble beginnings as a collection of colonies to its rise as a global superpower, the United States has traversed a remarkable historical journey. It's a story of triumph and tragedy, of progress and setbacks, of unity and division. The American story is a testament to the human spirit's enduring quest for freedom, equality, and opportunity. As we reflect on the history of the United States, it's important to remember that it's an ongoing journey. The challenges facing the nation today are a continuation of its historical narrative. By understanding the past, we can better navigate the present and shape the future. The United States, a nation forged by immigrants, dreamers, and innovators, remains a beacon of hope and inspiration for many around the world. Its history, with all its complexities and contradictions, serves as a reminder that the pursuit of a more perfect union is an ongoing endeavor.